Afternoon, classmate and Sir Lauren. We are going to report about Article 10, the teacher and business. Did you know that the salaries of teachers in the Philippines are still lower compared to other ASEAN member states? After EDSA 1, teachers' salaries considerably increased. So despite the significant salary increase, teachers tend to borrow or engage in business. This part of the lesson 4, we will be focused in discussing on teachers and his or her involvement in business. Section 1 of Article 10, the teacher and business. A teacher has the right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation, provided that it does not relate to or adversely affect his work as a teacher. Teachers are allowed to engage legitimate income generation. Legitimate business means legal or has a government business permit. For example, some of the public teachers have business like boarding house, a sari-sari store, calendaria, and many more legit business. But make sure as a professional teacher, your main mission is to teach. Mostly, professional teachers are able to engage in legit business, as long as their work doesn't interfere upon their ability to fulfill their duties as a teacher. And this business that you will be making will not adversely affect your efficiency as a teacher. Section 2 of Article 10, the teacher and business. A teacher shall maintain a good reputation with respect to the financial matters, such as in the settlement of his debts and loans, in arranging satisfactorily his private financial affairs. Teachers should live with dignity at all times and in all places, and be a model for all. Also, teachers should live by the principles of self-respect and self-discipline, as cited in the Code of Ethics. If you have self-respect and self-discipline as a teacher, you will have no problem on teachers' indebtedness and teachers' unfavorable reputation. And you will maintain a good reputation for your co-workers. What could aggravate the situation of a debt teachers in terms of salary is indebtedness. So according to Department of Education, the problem of teachers' debts has remained unresolved for decades. So the teachers' debt still unresolved until now. Generation of education secretaries have been working out various strategies in past administration. So every generation of the Department of Education secretaries still working about these debt situations to teachers. We don't know if the new Secretary of DepEd will resolve this problem this year. Problem continues to fester and the debts of teachers is mounting. The problem of teachers ay lumalaganap kapag hindi ito masusolusyon. So we need a solution to the debts of the teachers. As a professional teachers, we should be careful not to engage in enormous debts which beyond his or her capacity. Teachers need to settle his or her debts on time. Teachers must differentiate between needs and wants. Number 4. DepEd is looking for measures to address this growing debt bomb and its dangers. The findings of the study on teachers borrowing as shared by DepEd Secretary Lino Briones. Number 1. The propensity of public teachers to borrow is 50% higher compared to other employees of the government such as police and nurses. This is the problem of teachers before and until now. Public teachers borrow tendencies higher than the government employee. Number 2. Aside from possibility of not receiving any pay when they retire, public teachers may also suffer sanction from mere reprimand to revocation of license to teach due to unpaid debts or loans. There are more 500 pending cases versus teachers filed by various lending institutions in past 3 years. So, ang mga pampublikong guro ay maaaring magdusa mula sa simpleng pagsaway hanggang sa pagbawi ng lisensya sa pagtuturo dahil sa hindi nababayarang utang o mga pautang sa isang institusyon. Number 3. Teachers owe 70 billion pesos from legitimate leading institutions.
Hello everyone, this is the Section 3 of Article 10, the teacher and the business. Section 3. No teacher shall act directly or indirectly as agent of or be financially interested in any commercial venture which furnish textbooks and other school commodities in the purchase and disposal of which he can exercise official influence except only when his assignment is inherently related to such purchase and disposal, provided this will be in accordance with the existing regulations. So, the teachers must not engage business that in line to their job because according to the Code of Ethics for a professional teacher, they should not use the class as a marketing place and accommodate students to buy their book that are related to the topic and should not make money out of it or becoming an agent or by getting percentage from the selling books. It is only allowed when the superiors are given it as a part of their task and it's an institutional agreement and it's not for their own personal gain. Example, teachers selling books or other commodities but the money they earn was given to the charity they choose and not their own personal gain. So that's acceptable. But there are some teachers who sell something for their own and they are saying that we need to be more practical because their salary isn't big as other profession. Even though the teachers are one of the hardest jobs, many other professions still look them down. But as a teacher, we must choose our job over anything, even money. Because if you choose money over job, then you're doing it not for the passion you love, you're doing it because you got no choice. But there are a lot of teachers have business and it became success without forcing the students to buy. Because if they force them to buy, the parents will react and it only cause a big problem. So, we must be better if we run a business that are not going to affect their job because teachers must be a good role model to the students. Also, you're a professional teacher, not a professional business woman or man. Teachers are born to teach. They choose to teach and that's their responsibility as a teacher. And the true business of the teacher is when their students surpass them and successfully stable, and that's the only way to repay our teacher. And I always believe a great teacher is hard to find and impossible to forget. That's all.
I will explain and relate it to Article 10, the teachers and business. Hanggat makitid ang kumot, matutong mamaluktot. This is related to Section 2. Kailangan mong matutong magtipid at maging wise sa mga bagay-bagay katulad ng pera. Dahil ang pera ay madali lang mawala na parang bula. Next is spending is quick, earning is slow. Also, this is related to Section 1 and 2. If you have self-respect or self-discipline, kapag may respeto ka sa iyong sarili, or may disiplina ka sa inyong sarili, malalaman mo ang inyong limitasyon sa kailangan o kinakailangan mo. Sabi nga nila, it's easy to spend some money, but it's not easy to make that money. Kaya kailangan nating may respeto sa ating sarili, may disiplina sa ating sarili. Before my discussion ends, I have quotes that I have found in the internet that related to my discussion today. By learning, you will teach. By teaching, you will learn. To every action in our lives, it's given that we are learning or teaching ourselves or others. When you're learning, you're teaching, and you share some common knowledge to the future generation. Then that knowledge will grow and more significant. So this quote is related to Article 10, wherein once you engage in the business, you can understand things that you observe in the plan, because you learned a lot. Thank you for listening my discussion for today, hoping that you learned a lot about our report of the teacher and business. That's all. Thank you and God